Yep. Alright. That's a great start. Hi guys. So then while I get this thing ready to go to public. Yeah. Let's go public now. Okay, good morning everybody. It's a soggy, wet day of the week. It happens to be a Thursday morning. It's actually the first day of autumn. In case you didn't know that. It's rainy, it's soggy, it's clammy. It's just turn on the sound. It's on. Okay. Let me just get. I'm trying to get. I'm a little bit behind schedule, so I'm just trying to get everything like ready for this morning. Um. So let's see. Trying to get this thing ready to go. Get this thing ready to go. As you will know. Okay, by the way, last night on the Kermit and Friends for Discord, I actually did some singing in the forum. And of course, Potter had a chance to listen to it. Lisa had a chance to listen to it. And of course, a few other people got a chance to listen to it. I will be honest, I don't think everyone was impressed. But given what the nature of the forum is, I guess it's not surprising. Alright, so let me get the next step up to announce the streams to the different groups and say welcome to everybody that's here. Or in this case, at this time, it's one person, but I know that a lot of people do watch the reruns, so don't really understand a few things. Paste at everyone. Okay. And I went over to them. To the other group. Paste at everyone. Now everybody can catch it live. I see I have 2 personal messages for me. Let's see what these are. Let's see. Illegal associated Social Security cost of living adjustment has gone up to 8.7%. Okay, that's a good topic to bring up because, so let me inform you. Now that, oh, and, what else we have? To the Cozy Assassin. Okay. Oh, don't know who that is. But hopefully, it's not someone trying to sell me some vinyl siding. Okay. The says Darnell says how you doing? How you doing? Just a little bit behind. Just slide it down like an endoscope. So about the lapel microphone, which we use a lot because it helps to reinforce the sound. Alright. Let's get some of this stuff started. Okay, so get to go donate link up first. How you doing, Krista? You got a big season coming up, Michelle. Probably the most important one since due to the climate. Oh yeah. Don't worry about that. People are not gonna forget me after this one.
Tell her before long, Michelle.
What?
Tell her before long, her and Ray won't be driving anymore because they're pushing these electric cars down everybody's throat.
Everybody knows that, Ed. I think most people already have probably priced them and realized that they were not worth the cost.
No, I'm not going to drive anymore. I'm done driving. I'm not buying one of those.
Joe Biden's an asshole anyway.
I don't want to buy one of those.
I mean, I think Joe Biden is just plain an asshole.
He's a fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
What business does he have to decide people's lives? That's what he's doing. He's deciding everybody's lives for everybody. He's not even giving people a right to decision. People have the right to choose if they want a gas car or electric.
And everybody knows that. Tiger Kitty says we've all heard it before. You don't have to repeat it. Right, I agree. Let's get the I am a little bit miffed at Biden for other reasons. The fact is that he doesn't want people to drill near Indian land, and yet the Indian reservations want people to drill because then they get land royalties. I think if the Indians want it, I think the Department of the Interior should listen to the Indians. This guy thinks he's a king. That's the biggest problem with Joe Biden, is he thinks we can rule by fiat. Nobody wants you to rule by fiat, you old fat crony. Okay, skinny bony crony. Bony crony! Yeah, that was a good one for him, Joe Biden. Bony crony, he's so bony, his brain is gone. I like that one, it's cute. Bony crony! Bony crony! Let's see. Okay, so let's us now. He doesn't even know anything about what Americans need. And then this jerk off has the nerve to try to file again to become another presidential candidate. Are you that oblivious? How you doing against doing? Happy Halloween, pumpkin, and heart. No, really, but okay. So, I got the other cans on right now because I can focus more on hearing the sound of the people talking. Yeah, so, like I said, Joe Biden's a nutcase. As soon as Biden dies, he's going straight to hell and will be unimaginably suffering. I wonder which level. Which level of hell? Gotta admit, that's a great question. It is a great question. Because according to Dante, there's multiple levels of hell. So which one of hell does the politicians go to? The lying, cheating, despicable place where only the best scumbags go, right? Yeah, by the way, my control buttons are a little bit noisy, so let me see if I can fix these. You might notice a moment of silence. Hold on a minute. So, that's a little bit better. That's not much, but I'll take that as a step in the right direction. Okay. Blanket says, hi, Terry Kitty, hi, wave, everyone. Says, yeah, according to Stan CT, he says he has heard from an individual that the cost of living raise will be by 8.7%. And for January 2022. I'm sorry, 2023. So,
7% ain't shit.
Carly Bird misses Mental Health Review by Tiger.
7%'s not shit.
Hold on a minute. What?
I said 7%'s not shit. They're playing with people. That's not shit.
Oh. Says, let's wait until your hands and you squeeze you. You know, it's funny. I locked that door this morning, and the door was not locked.
That's because I unlocked it when I got up. I went out on the porch.
Jimmy keeps unlocking my damn door.
I unlocked the door, Michelle. I
Well,
went out on the porch and unlocked the door.
oh, you unlocked it.
Yeah, I told you that.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway. Alright, so let's get back to the messages here. Ed wants to be on the show. Yeah, he does.
No, I don't want to be.
Kind of. I gotta get an Instacart ready order for this afternoon. I get some freezer bags. I didn't buy anything on eBay today or yesterday or so. But I was gonna buy the second Visa mount because I have some extra Visa monitors sitting in the storage bin. Like a nice little small 17-inch. I was gonna bolt right next to the existing one on the pole, so that I could have both monitors on the screen. And I know someone says, why don't you get the kind of monitor or monitor Visa mount that can bolt to the desk? Honey, if my microphone stand already punched a hole in Jimmy's wall, do you think I really want to have a monitor extension arms with gas charge shocks, basically at the risk of seriously dinging his holes in his wall bigger? No. Well, Garlic Bread needs to clarify what he meant by what he said. Maybe he could do that. Senfus. Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I mean, it's So anyway, last night on the Tournament and Friends voice chat area, which I was invited or was recommended to come in by Botter, came in. We had a very interesting, lively talk, and then about an hour of music. I sang a lot of songs on the voice chat. Some people liked it, as I said earlier. Some, were not impressed. Okay. Oh, get out of my face. You cretin. Get out of here. Well, I mean, at least I'll get rid of your comment anyway. I just don't understand why. I just like music. I do enjoy listening to music. So, which brings up, we didn't have the Silvermoon radio on last Sunday. Was because all that stuff that was going on after the 2 o'clock show on with Kermit and Friends. I'm gonna be try to get onto that show again this Sunday, and then I want to try to get the cameras ready in advance on Saturday or Sunday morning, so that I can get ready for Silvermoon Radio on Twitch. I'm looking forward to the show. I really am looking forward to the musical program. And then we will be doing a few other neat things too with Silvermoon Radio. Of course, we'll put them up on the Patreon page so that people can listen to them afterwards. Stan CG said, Michelle Marie's only for your information. Spoke with a legal colleague this morning. He said Social Security because the living adjustment for 2023 is 8.7% increase. Yep. Did you know that prior to 1975, cost of living adjustments was done by Congress and had to be manually done? Holy crap, think about that. Manually done. And these people can't even work on the debt ceiling. And you want to depend on the effect of millions of Americans' Social Security incomes? So I guess 1975, they set it up as the automatic system that we have now. Did I miss? Not much. Just kind of the preamble, getting started and getting set up. So, originally, in the early years of Social Security disability, they were giving the checks in the summers. So you would get your cost of living adjustment in June, and then it would be tied up, I think, towards the along with the federal fiscal year. So July, you would start getting the cost of living increase in that month. And I guess they chose to change that to January, which is a calendar year, because it made it easier. The whiteness in the background is a little bit jarring. Yeah. Maybe if Skynet could actually make the background transparent. Otherwise, I can, because it really kind of blends with my hair. You really can't see my hair over the white. But on the other hand, it's a different background. How you doing, Gianni? How you doing? Not today, but Skynet, if you could cut the... All you have to do is just make the picture like a transparent PNG background, and then I can then use that same picture against any background I want. Like, for example, maybe make a close-up of maybe me standing against the wall of Silvermoon or something like that. Yes, I know he has. So, just tell Skynet I need this background to be, either transparent which is a option under PNG, or maybe make it green so that I can key it out. Or I could even use blue or green, so I can key it out instead of white. That would be super cool. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I want to do. Because, I mean, I can try to key it out myself. I mean, not key it out, but I mean, maybe I could do is, the problem is the white looks like it's a little bit on the gray side, but if I use the eyedropper or graphic converter to key out the background, it might key out my eye. My iris, my eyeballs, and then you're gonna have maybe pick up on my teeth, and then Craig says, "Happy Saturday." Oh, it's not Saturday, Craig. It's actually Thursday morning. But happy day to you too. So let's see if we can get some people on panel right now. Let's see. Okay. Maybe some people wishes it was Saturday. I had my hair like this one, like you can see it one time in the picture. So yeah. He just needs to modify so it can have a transparent background so I can, or use like green so I can key it out. Craig Sr. says today is Thursday. I started home. I'm all screwed up with my night job. I didn't even know what day the hell it is. Yeah, been there. Yeah. In there. Sore throat and stuffed nose and a cough all of a sudden. Probably starting to get the weather change. Because the weather is going to change. It already is changing. It's called autumn. Today is the first day of autumn. Let's pull the weather forecast up right now. It's cloudy. It's 18 degrees Celsius. And it says Monday will be a 100% chance of rain. High of 19. Friday, sunny with a high of 13. Saturday, sunny again, high of 18. Sunday, 40% chance of rain, high of 19. Monday, 40% chance of rain, high of 18. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, high 18. Wednesday is mostly cloudy with a high of 15. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a high of 15. Friday, mostly cloudy with a high of 16. And Saturday, 40% chance of rain, a high of 18. So yeah, there you're going to see the beginning of autumn weather. Let's get to the next piece of the day. Let's see, the news article headlines. Okay, there we go. Sonny Hoslin's stunning remarks about Nikki Haley, her latest personal attack on conservatives. Move over Levine, a look at the infamous celebrity infidelity scandals. Queen Elizabeth II was exhausted and hurt by Prince Harry and Meghan, but drew a hard line. Illegal immigrant who stabbed and shot NYPD officers in a jihadist-inspired attack learns his fate. Atlanta newspaper highlights Stacey Abrams' troubling struggles with black voters in Georgia race. Dave Ramsey's best advice for fixing credit card debt. Okay. Gangsters Paradise, victim of poop attack in Democrat-run city, calls out city council over response. Celtics coach allegedly had relationship with female staff member, reportedly faces season-long suspension. Parents remain frustrated by baby formula shortage again. Call on Biden administration to put more pressure on manufacturers. Live update: economy tops list of independent voters' concerns, but James Carville defends Democrat focus on abortion. U.S. military leaders warn China could militarize their ports it owns in Latin America. How Americans are being poisoned by communist nations' drugs. Okay. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand after Dobbs, the right to personal privacy no longer exists for anyone. Arizona police seize 50 pounds of fentanyl pills, say drugs were smuggled from Mexico. Nice packaging. You know, I always wonder how to get these nice packaging so nice and neatly packaged. Jeff Bezos would take the hot seat in a probe over Prime memberships. Liberal journalist slams Gavin Newsom as gross and embarrassing, says sleazy governor will never be president. Please. The last thing I want is Gavin Newsom as a president. He would be just as bad as Joe Biden, except he would have all his faculties. Alright, so apparently what they're talking about, the medications, when they're saying poisoning American with cheap Chinese drugs, is a lot of our medications, prescriptions are now made in China by pharmaceutical companies over there, and they're just repackaged for sale over here. The question comes up is, what's the quality of the medications? Craig Sr. says, Goth, I guess I really can't stand Celsius at my age. I'm not going to change what I was taught in school. Just tell me the damn temperature. So happy. Michelle, the problem with the formula is that most women don't want to breastfeed the children because they're more worried about the boobs looking good. Okay. Actually, I would think with busy mothers, I would think that they don't really have time to do it. I know it doesn't sound like it's really a good excuse. After all, they do have breast pumps. They do have the equivalent of milking machines. There's no reason why they cannot basically package up formula for their baby's next day needs and just, milk themselves like 2 times a day, maybe 3 times a day. And also it brings a tighter bond between mother and baby. And I think that's important. To have that tight bond between mother and child. I don't think it's optional. But you know what? This crazy day and age, I guess no one really thinks about that anymore. Well, anyway, so the point is the temperature for your Frankenstein units is going to be about 60s. 15 is like 60 degrees, so not bad. But it means it's gonna be getting cold. So the baby formula running out again, and the questions about Chinese drug manufacturing, as far as China militarizing their ports in South America. I don't know how that worked. I really don't know how that would work. And so how you doing? Totally exhausted. Could not sleep last night and basically had 1 hour of sleep maximum. Ouch. Been there, done that. This morning I didn't get as much sleep either because I was on the Kermit and Friends voice chat. Let's get Andrew on here. And Mika feels it coming up. And I actually did a short little impromptu concert over there. And we sang some music by Barbra Streisand. We sang some music by Mary Osmond. We sang some music by the Beatles. We sang some music by a few other artists. Olivia Newton-John, we did at least one song by her. We did If You Love Me, Let Me Know. If You Don't, Let Me Go, which was pretty cool. And so that was kind of fun. Got that concert thing. And it's, kind of stuff that we do in the morning. All 14 of you. Hey, don't forget to put a like in the like jar. They're free. They don't cost money. They don't cost you time. Just put the little whoop, up and away. It just shows that you care. Breastfeeding is making a comeback. All my friends with kids seem to be doing it's free food and the best food the kid can get. True. But there are some mothers, though, that for reasons that they don't produce enough breast milk. There are some mothers that do not produce enough breast milk. And the one question is that because you're not drinking enough water, or is there something wrong with your mammary glands? The mammary glands. I had a female cat that had the same problem. She lost 3 out of her 4 kittens because the 4th kitten, Maria, at least that was a girl cat. It turns out it was a boy cat. So it was later renamed by the new owners or caregiver, Mario. Was drinking all the milk of all his brothers and sisters. And it's kind of sad. Right. But, back in the old days, if you couldn't breastfeed, you used to use a wet nurse to do it. Basically, you can go to a breast milk bank now. But back in the Middle Ages, you would have another woman breastfeed your child. Called a wet nurse. That was all her job was. I love the new backstrap. It's a real eye catcher. Okay. I try not to look at the titties when ladies breastfeed in public. You gotta be late and let them do their thing, of course. Nice to see you, Andrew. Yes, this is Gothic. Okay, Andrew's coming on now. Come on, cursor. You stupid. Okay, I got it. How you doing? Good morning, afternoon, evening, good night, wherever you are.
Yeah, afternoon indeed. Feels like morning. Absolutely exhausted. Just could not sleep at all last night. It was ridiculous. So it was just like,
Yeah.
online for ages, and then it's like 5:30. I was like, oh Christ.
So what do you think of the background over here?
Huh?
The big picture of me in the background.
Yeah, I like it. I said that to you yesterday. It's really cool.
How am I doing? The eye drops? They're working fine, Craig. Because my right eye is doing better, and my left eye is clear. So
I think Skynet did a good job with that picture.
yeah, I did. The only thing is I wish he used the transparent,
Hey, Tiger.
and then I could mix the picture with other pictures I want, like other backgrounds.
So did you get any more done? You've got a few other pictures you can use.
No, not yet. He did another one, but it wasn't quite as clear and focused. There is one more, but it's a little fuzzier.
Right.
Still a cute shot, though. Good morning, Andrew and Gothic. Of course, Tiger Kenny said to all my friends, who which I love. Why don't you come on the panel, Craig? Because,
Yeah, keep me company.
yeah. And it wouldn't hurt.
Hey,
Like,
Tiger. Hey, Dan. Nice to see you. I'm in a delirium mode as well. You know when you don't have enough sleep,
yeah.
and it's like I was in the robot mode this morning, and it's gonna hit me like a brick. But at least Friday and Saturday is now covered, so I'm fine.
Yeah.
I say that now, but
Well, the thing is that, like I said, I was on another voice chat on the Kermit and Friends voice chat, talking with some people
Okay.
there. In the course, I did some singing on the voice chat also.
all right. How did that go down?
And I think it went okay. I think most of the people kind of liked it. I say kind of. I got a few detractors in the bunch, but there was. I think there
It's
was.
always gonna happen, Michelle. No matter what you do, you could be like the best singer in the world. You could be the best anything in the world. There's always gonna be somebody there that's gonna be like, I don't like this. I don't like this. You know?
Yeah.
So you did well if that's if that's the case.
Well, I felt better afterwards. I felt fine before, but actually, I felt better being able to sing some songs on the show or on the side chat, and it was like kind of a relaxation. It's one of the reasons why I really miss doing Silvermoon Radio. I want to try to get that ready for the Sunday. Get the
Okay,
camera up.
so you're definitely gonna be doing that this time.
I'm definitely going to try to begin doing that on the this weekend. I'm going to try get everything ready so that
Yeah,
we
I'm
can
sure
get
it'll
some
be
music
fine.
on the show.
I'm sure it'll be fine. So what have you been up to this
Grace
morning?
Senior
How's your
says,
day been?
Michelle, I would love to come on, but I'm making Jenny's breakfast and I have to help her in the tub. Okay.
So what have you been up to this morning, Michelle?
Up to this morning, I'm not doing up to much. I got up, got the house ready, took out the garbage, and then I have to add a few things to the shopping order for the groceries, such as a couple frozen pizzas and some freezer bags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need to get that done this weekend. I'm seriously needing shopping, and it's just a case of like, Michelle, do you know? Can you get online shopping like delivered to you?
Junior,
Excuse me.
well, the link is already on the panel, but I can post it again. Just a general link post.
Yeah, Michelle, I'm asking, can you get shopping delivered to you, like sent to you?
Yeah, Instacart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think that might be a bit easier than having to
Yeah, because
like go and get
especially
it, if that makes
like
sense?
carrying bags and bags and bags of groceries up the stairs is not easy for me to
Yeah,
do.
that's what I'm saying. Might be a better idea. I mean, if things are a little bit tough to like
Yeah.
get, if you're dragging shopping up the stairs and things like that, maybe a bit easier to do it that
We
way.
did that Friday. We got some small amount of groceries, and we lugged those up the stairs, and we were all beat.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So just maybe just try and get an account set up. Like I've got one with Tesco. There's a place not far from where I am just now, but yeah, you have to spend over a certain amount to get it delivered, um, which will probably increase as well.
Craig says, "Yeah, I need to get up at the most
I can't do shopping anyway.
weekend.
I don't know. I just
You
throw
and
everything
I
into a trolley.
need good roast beef, a couple steaks. You have to get some protein in both of our bodies." Well, he do have a roast on the shopping list, except
My grandfather just turned 90
just looking at the
not long
refrigerator or
ago.
looking at the freezer, how much food's in there. I think it's gonna have
No, the
to
roast will go
make
in
some
the refrigerator.
amends on the list.
The roast will go in the refrigerator. I'll make one.
What's that?
Yeah, he
Don't
got
worry
sick.
about it.
That's
I'll make
exactly what
one. The
happens.
roast will go in the
Happens.
refrigerator.
Well, roast beef can always cook the same day. It's no problem.
Yeah, we need the roast.
All right. So anyway, he's just saying, don't worry, said if I have to, I'll put it in the refrigerator section. So
Yeah, that's another thing I was meant to do. I was going to do today. If I had actually gotten some sleep, and then once I came home, it was actually clean out my refrigerator. To actually get it totally like washed out and stuff.
yeah,
Because it really needs it. So
yeah.
maybe I'll do that before I get some shopping in, because I'm really low on stuff. I've got like 10 stuff and that's about it. So I need to actually properly do a shop. My voice is really going today. Not sure why.
Gothic Drink Combo says, I saw that happen to my grandfather as he aged, Craig. He's about to turn 89 next month. He sees family a
Right.
lot now and socializes in the neighborhood now that he moved to a more urban environment. But all of his friends in his town had passed on, and he was becoming isolated, so my mother moved him into her place. It's important to stay
Right.
social and have friends, especially when you work a night shift and have to
Yeah.
be a caregiver to your wife. You have a ton on your plate, Craig. We all have a lot of respect for you.
Yeah, major respect for what you're doing, Craig.
That's
Definitely.
a lot to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
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 it
it
is a
is.
lot of, and it takes a toll sometimes on you mentally. They talk about physical tiredness, but mental tiredness as well can actually be even more of a toll, if that makes sense.
And Craig Sr. says, Gothic, bless him. My dad lived until 94 years old. I used to call him from work every morning. I said, how are you doing, Pop? He said he got up on my own. I peed. I made my breakfast and took a shower, then fishing.
Yeah, my grandfather's 90
Yes,
now.
I know it's.
I
I
don't have any.
know.
I don't have any parents.
I
I've
know it
no
says
parents.
Mabbin. Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, the North American Autumn King. Yep, it's his time
Yeah,
arrived today or tonight.
yeah. It's tonight. It starts. Mabbin starts tonight. So the point is that the weather is certainly is cooling down nicely here in the United States.
Well, it's about 61 degrees now. About 60 degrees
Yeah,
just now, so
yeah. It's about the same
it's
temperature.
reasonable. But yesterday was actually pretty warm.
Yeah, yesterday
So
was warm here
hopefully,
too. It was like
yeah.
24. The
All right,
last, pretty
okay.
much the raw huzzah
That's
before the end of summer.
mm,
Gothic
yeah. It
Jim
was about
Gummo
20
says,
degrees.
Craig,
I
that's
suppose if you put it
awesome
that
that
way.
your father was still active and fishing. At that age, what a life. Yeah, I would say so. Um,
Yeah, that is pretty awesome actually, because I've seen mine and he's far from active at all. You can't do anything, you know. Well, from what I know of
I
anyway.
even
But
suggested to Ed that he should try to join the Winston Senior Center since he is eligible. It's only a
mhm.
$15 a year membership. And I figure, why
Right.
not? You know, he's a member, he can at least have a place to go every day for activities.
And for a year, that's pretty decent, you know. $15, that's not exactly
No, that's not
breaking the
too bad.
bank, you know. Not long term anyway.
Um, let's see. Oh, more junk spam.
Oh,
I'll deal with
yeah,
it.
I see that a lot on
Oh, I know. It definitely is. I'll just hide the user and channel anyway.
sorry, Michelle, got it.
And let me report it to eBay.
Hey Trolling, how you doing?
It's just annoying because it's like the the person that posts these sites.
I don't think it's a particular person. I think it's just maybe some sort of.
It's a software
Also,
program.
I've had it on my channels before.
But
Like when I
somebody who
when I used to
actually
stream, and I've
runs
had it
the
before.
site, somebody actually runs these sites and starts well in
Yeah, oh,
motion
yeah.
where they flood chats with this same old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You would think that they would wonder which sites to post them on, right?
True Gothic.
Krista says, Craig Sr., I don't think that they can remove Michelle's cataract. And here is the reason why I don't think they can remove a cataract because she has detached. No. It would result in a detached retina, more than likely being an outcome. Or because they have lateral nystagmus. Lateral
Mhm.
nystagmus is wandering eye, which you probably may or may not be able to see it, but my eyes go back and forth like a Cylon visor. So, many of the doctors I talked to said, I don't want to touch those eyeballs. No way.
Is
There's
there
too many.
nothing they can do? Can they not give you like anything even short term like that may help?
Um, no, not really, because when you got lateral nystagmus, you know, your eye muscles, they automatically twitch like that.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that's how your eyes scan the picture. Even if they knock you out dead cold, you're still probably gonna have eye twitches. Um, and unless they really literally kill you, then
So
maybe.
do you? Yeah, I
Then what's
suppose
the
it's not
point
a
of
life
having
threatening thing.
cataract
I get what you're
surgery if the
saying. Yeah.
person's dead? Duh. Um,
But technically, it could be a life-threatening thing if you're outside and maybe you can't see something like a car or a bus or something. You know. Do you get do you have glasses, Michelle? Do you wear glasses?
yeah, I do. I wear them when I'm walking around town. But when I'm in the studio, I
Right.
don't wear my glasses because of I don't like having my glasses on in camera. Happy fall solstice, Michelle. Yeah, I know. I'm looking
Not
forward
too
to
far,
winter.
Michelle. Yep, not too far. So winter technically starts on. Would it be the same date, like 22nd of December or something?
What's that?
I'm saying would winter then technically start on December 22nd?
Well, right. The winter cycle starts on the old December 21st.
21st. See, I'm getting these dates mixed up. You know, like yesterday I did the same. I was telling people, "Oh, it's the first day of autumn and stuff." And like, no, it's the 22nd.
That's running trains again.
Yeah, I
Uh,
can hear choo choo.
yeah. I should turn on the noise suppression. Let me do that. Let me turn on the noise suppression, Lisa. We don't have to worry about all the audience going, "Oh crap, we have to listen to all that."
Yeah, Gothic's got a good point. I don't think anyone was actually messing with your internet. I didn't want to say too much about it. I think it was just probably just natural issues, if that makes sense. I don't think anyone was actually targeting your internet.
Okay, let's see if this helps. I don't know. Does that make any difference? I can't tell. You can't tell, but maybe the audience can tell. Need some more background noise to test it with. It says here, Greg Senior says, Krista, going to move Michelle cataract is the reason why I don't know. There's always new technology to look forward to.
That's very true, Craig. Yep, very true,
So
mate.
Krista going to remove Michelle's cataract is the reason why I don't know. There's already new technology to look forward to. Butter, will you do me a favor and tell Michelle once and for all that you and Noodles were just joking and nobody is intentionally messing up her internet? Butter says, I don't know that Gothic drink combos. Right. Because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Michelle. I don't think anyone else was actually. I don't think anyone would really be would have that power unless they were like the FBI or something, to be able to do that. So I don't believe that for a minute. I think it was you were just having technical issues, nothing more, nothing less.
Well, let's put it this way.
I know it can be
this
quite.
morning, before we actually went public, I actually went private to make sure, basically putting my toes in the digital water to see if the water was the right temperature. You know what I'm saying? Right? And it was working fine. And then I went public, which means that everybody would, all the sharks would be circling me. But I didn't see any sharks. I think they were biting somebody else's foot off.
Probably. That's a good way of putting it, actually, but I think you might be right.
Trolling, let's see, what is it? Okay. Trolling my YouTube channel is not going good because my phone is too full. Can't do videos off my phone, and now I need to come up with the money to get myself a tablet just so that I can do my YouTube videos and get back to doing them again. Gothic Drink Combo says, that stinks, Krista. I hope you get it figured out soon. Maybe the pictures can get stored on an external hard drive or in the cloud.
Yeah, I was going to say the cloud or
Google
an
Drive,
hard drive
Google
or something.
Photos.
Yeah.
What's that?
Excuse me for a second before I forget. When you do that list, get a regular loaf of bread for yourself, because that other bread is the special bread I use. I don't have any regular loaves of bread, so you get a loaf of bread for yourself for all the extra cocoa.
Yeah.
I bought, okay?
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, says Krista, have you tried downloading your videos to an external memory card or computer hard drive? Let me say one thing I suggested to Krista is she needs to do is clear out her phone memory.
I suppose if you've got like stuff on your phone or whatever, there's things you do want to get rid of, but there are ways of putting it onto somewhere else, so you don't necessarily have to think of it that way. Like we mentioned the cloud and also the like an external hard drive, but it's like a lot of people don't know how to do it, type of thing. So maybe you could maybe help her out in that one.
Right now, she doesn't even have an SD card in her phone right now, so she's at the mercy of whatever memory her phone gives her built in. And she said that the thing that she found that makes her a bit annoyed is after 4 gigabytes of video, the phone closes that file and opens a new file to continue the video. So when she uploads the video, she forgot that the phone has actually split the video into 2 or more files. So she was uploading the first file and not realizing that there's maybe another one or two more files to go. And I'm like, yeah, I've seen that thing with my Android phone too, which is kind of stupid because my iPhone doesn't do that. My iPhone, if I upload a video on my iPhone, it gets uploaded completely. All because it's not split among multiple parts. But you would think that since
Mm-hmm.
Google Works runs YouTube, that they would have written the app on Android to realize that there may be multiple parts of a video and upload all the parts together, unless the person says they want to upload them separately.
Yeah, yeah. It'd be a lot easier that way. But
Because not
some
everybody.
companies don't like to make things easy for you. That's the thing. But if you've got technical know-how or knowledge, whatever you want to call it, it helps. So maybe Chris doesn't have that. So you can maybe help her out in that way. And don't worry about Ed. Don't worry about Ed and his bread.
Craig Sr. says, tell Ed to go and get his own darn bread. He has bread. He's saying that he wants me to pick up a loaf of bread through Instacart for me. If so concerned about it, she's here for him to walk her. It is you. Huh? Okay. Well,
Yeah,
anyway, all I know
he's
is.
basically just saying if Ed wants his own bread, he can get it himself, you know?
Yeah, well, in this case, he's saying, Michelle, if you want to get some bread for yourself, because the only kind of bread he has is something that's not gluten free, but it's uh
Oh, is Ed a vegan or something?
it's like low calorie bread. It's like
All right.
don't ask me how they make low calorie bread, but anyway, yeah, I can get a
I
loaf
think
of.
in terms of bread, like people used to always say brown bread was better for you, but I found out later on apparently it's not brown bread, it's whole. I don't know what you call it there, but wholemeal bread
Well,
is
we got
actually the
whole
best
wheat
thing
bread
for
here in the
you.
United States, so yeah, whole wheat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
what
I
I'll
do like
usually
white
buy.
bread. I'm gonna say it. So
It's raining here. Get ready for downpour. Yes, it's gonna rain all day today. It's gonna
it's
rain
not
all day.
raining here. It's just cloudy, just dry, cloudy.
Yeah. Well, that's another reason to call Instacart. I don't feel like getting soaked. I'm trying to get groceries. So
That's yeah. I suppose that's maybe not a good idea, but then sometimes you have to face the elements, you know.
yeah,
Like in terms of it, I mean, you know.
yeah. Like once the driveway starts freezing up with ice, putting things in the tip is gonna be fun.
Well,
You
can
can
Ed
see
not
me
do that?
grabbing a bag of garbage and then saying, "Well, I better grab my walker for stability so I don't slide." Hey, noon, the funds are really slide. Boink. Right, I'm
Well, it's
back
still a
in the
bit.
ice.
It's still quite early for sliding. Like once the winter comes in big time, like December, January, that's
Uh,
when it really starts to, get a
yeah, but
bit
I mean,
dodgy
it's
outside.
like my landlord. This is how my landlord broke his own wrist because he didn't even properly take care of his driveway. He got out of his truck and he fell in his own damn ice, and he
Well, it's not his
broke his
ice.
wrist in three places.
I shouldn't laugh at like Jimmy breaking his wrist, but
Yeah. But it's funny because before
gotta be
that, I
careful.
slipped on the only patch of ice that was sitting on the entire sidewalk. The rest of it was all plain, just regular cleared asphalt. And this one patch of ice that I thought was water, and I happened to hit that thing, and I did a perfect cartwheel, woo, and like smashed my
I'd
knee
love
on
to have
the
seen that on video
asphalt.
myself.
And there I am laying spread eagle on the sidewalk, and there was the medical transport van that was supposed to take me to get
Okay.
blood work. And I said to the guy, I said, "Can you call a doctor? I'm kind of incapacitated right now. Can't even get
Just a
up."
little bit, yeah.
So he called the ambulance and said, "Okay." They bring me to the ER, and they said, "Oh yeah, you broke your kneecap in half." I said, "Oh, that's fun." So how
So
long
is
is it
that
going?
how you broke your
How long is
knee?
it
I
going to take to
didn't.
get fixed? Oh well, probably won't be because there's no money for that. I'm like, oh, okay. And of course, the EMT doctor said, well, you know, the ER doctor says you feel lucky. Maybe we can get physical therapy and you might be able to walk kind of normally, even if it's with a cane or with a walker.
Mm.
I said, well, I guess that's the best I'm going to be able to do. I guess it's the best I'm going to be able to do. He said, "Do you think you seriously would be able to get up the stairs right now?" I said, "To go home." I said, "No, not right now. Anyway, I mean, maybe maybe in a couple weeks, or maybe a week at the minimum, because of the injury." It actually took longer than a week. It actually took about a month, actually. But
You know what would be good for you, Michelle? I think is getting one of those mobility chairs. With carts that they can just speed about the town and stuff. I think that'd be
yeah,
pretty
but you know what?
handy.
The thing is, when you live on the third floor,
Yeah,
you don't want to
I
carry
feel
one of
that.
those things up 3 flights of stairs. You don't have a lift, so
But is there not like a place on the bottom floor that you could
there is
maybe
a
a
place
store?
to store it in the back, but the landlord's got a lot of other debris back there right now, and he's doing things with. So I don't know. It would be a better idea to store it back there. Um, it's raining hard. Says Gothic in
You pay him enough
combos.
money, Michelle, so I don't see why he would be against it. I know those things are expensive, but in the long term, it
Well, the
probably
problem
would
is some
help.
of those mobility scooters are like $600 in Walmart. Um, And if I want something that's going to be light enough to carry up 3 flights of stairs, it's actually going to be a two-wheel, not a four or even a five-wheel. It would have to be a two-wheel. So more of one of those like little scooters that you would stand on. But because of my knee injury, you would have to put a seat on it. Because those stand-up scooters, one, have no suspension, majority of them. Number two, the other thing is it's really hard on the knees because of lack of suspension. So that's not gonna help. That's gonna exasperate the problem. And number three, how the bloody
Well,
hell are you gonna carry groceries in that?
well, and- I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. Like, so what they're gonna do with the knee? Are they gonna get it fixed or what?
Yeah, I don't know. They want $250,000 for parts, labor, and post-operative
What?
care.
250,000? Did you say?
250,000. Oh, that's all right, doctor. I'll just fold a check for 250 and it'll bounce like rubber from here into the next universe. Um,
You should maybe get down to Mexico and get it sorted that way.
I mean, Medicare would pay for only 70% of it, and then I still have to pay the other 30%. So you figure, let's see. So they'll pay like 100 and something thousand. Let me see. I'll calculate this out here for you. All right, so let me get the calculator on my phone here. It's conveniently right near me. Here we go. Okay, since I don't have to worry about the decimal points, I can just take this way: 250 multiplied by 0.30. I'm gonna pay $75,000 towards the bill.
Right, which is still a hell of a lot of money, obviously.
Still a lot of money for a person
Um,
that doesn't even have a full-time job, right? And and then of course
but
the thing is, at the same time, is I still have to pay rent here, even though if I was in a convalescent home recovering, I would still have to pay rent here. And
Okay.
and I know somebody who had similar knee surgery done. She said that the knee surgery only lasts for about 10 years. And then you got to redo it all over again.
It sounds like it's a trip to Mexico for you, Michelle.
I don't know
See
about
what
that.
happens here. What happens here, Michelle? A lot of people go to Turkey or Poland for like procedures because it's a lot cheaper.
Well, maybe
If
for
it's something like
me,
that,
maybe it might be a trip to the UK, actually. Or maybe
maybe I don't know if that'd
Canada.
be covered in. I'm sure it would be covered in NHS, but the waiting lists are insanely long now. You know, to get things, even simple
Right.
things done.
Especially since they're probably going to say, well, you're ambulatory, you're walking under your own power. You really don't need us to rush this job, so, just wait in line.
That's it. It's like they say, oh, it's not a priority type of thing. And when I had to get my back surgery done, I got lucky, um, just by basically pleading with a doctor to try and get me up the list. And because I was told I was going to have to wait 2 years to get it done.
To
I
do
thought, nah,
what?
I'm not waiting that long. Back surgery. I had a lump in my back, on my
Oh,
spine.
okay. On your
Remember
back,
that? Remember
right.
that I was telling you about? Yeah.
So
And
every two
it
years.
was basically pleading with it because I couldn't function at all with it. And it was going to be a case of going to Turkey or Poland, or something like that to get it. But you don't know what you're getting in places like that. I know it's a
Right.
risk, but I was prepared to take it at some point. And I told him that. And he says, okay, I'll try and sort something out. And eventually, sorry, not eventually, but like a day
See,
later, I got a phone call saying,
originally they thought I totally tore my ACL. No, I didn't. Thank God. I did rip it a little bit, but I did not totally tear it. Okay. Then this ER doctor said, "Well, your patella, i.e., your kneecap, needs to be
hmm
rejoined back down with the other part of your kneecap." Um, and that might mean that you're going to still have to use, like wire or something so that they can bring the two pieces back together. And that's
see, the longer
fine.
it gets unattended to, I think it can get worse. That's the thing. That's what I worry about with injuries like that, because if it's not dealt with in a reasonably short space of time, it can sort of rejoin, the bones can sort of reset, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
So they've got to almost
it
re-break the
could
bones
it
and
could
then
get worse.
do it.
There's no doubt about it because even before this happened, I already had a crack in my hip. Okay, and that already was causing me a lot of back pain. So now, of course, I still have the crack in my hip. It doesn't hurt as much because I don't put as much weight on that or work on that leg. But after walking to Cumberland Farms before and after the broken kneecap, it's excruciatingly painful. And if you ever see me walking home, you'll see I look like a big lumbering hunchback. I mean, it's like extremely painful. But of course, I'm also out of shape. So yeah, you're trying. You're trying to do the best you can with your injury. Craig
Yeah, and
Senior
you don't be
said,
relying on you go, sorry.
um,
Yeah, Craig was saying he's going to ask his daughter if there's any doctors in New York that can perform that type of operation.
Craig,
And
really seriously, what I really need to do right now is, could someone please fix my back and my knee? Please, I need to be able to walk. I need to be able to walk far. I don't have a car. I don't have the option of calling up everybody for a ride, either Lyft or Uber. I need to be able to get things done under my own power. And it would be nice to be
yeah,
able to walk without being in excruciating pain after just walking 15, 20 minutes. I need to be able to walk more than I need to be able to see. I mean, there is technologies that can fix it so I can at least do things with the computer. But if you can't walk to the store to get groceries, And even if they did manage to improve my eyesight by 50% from my right eye, what does that mean my vision is going to be? Go from 2800 to 2200? Um,
Do you take any pain medications
no, I
like
don't.
oxycodone or something?
Nope,
Okay.
nope. I just take aspirin once in a while.
See, that's probably not going to cut it. Especially if you've got that sort of type of injury, and if it's causing you that much pain, aspirin's
That
really not
really
going to
works
help.
for me. It does work for me. Aspirin works fine. I tried acetaminophen, nothing. I tried ibuprofen, nothing.
That's not going to
Standard
help
good old
either. I mean,
aspirin, the pain is minimized, and I'm able to keep going. So, in fact, that was
I should
one
have
thing I
read
remember
that
when I was in
after
the
this.
ER. Was like the nurse was like, "We don't give aspirin here. We just give Tylenol and acetaminophen." I'm like, "Lady, neither one of
That's not
them
going
will
to
do
work.
me any good.
Neither of those are going to work.
I need aspirin." Well, all we
Why
have is
aspirin
low
though?
dose baby aspirin. Okay, then give me 5 pills and let me swallow them down. At least that way I won't hurt right now.
Or just get a fentanyl patch for, say, your hip and just put it on the hip and then walk to the store or something.
I don't know. I see how
Just don't
patches.
overdo it.
Well, yeah, I could do that. What I also do is I tend to take breaks when I can. So, in other words, once I get to the store, like
Yeah.
this is one of the reasons how the pizza thing became a thing. People don't realize this. Is I walked to Cumberland
Oh yeah.
Farms and like my back would be hurting. Okay, so I would just stoically go through, get some of the stuff bring home, and I'm like, well, since I'm out here, let me go ahead and get myself something to eat. So I started grabbing a piece of pizza and a quart of milk, and then I would go out on the porch and have pizza and milk. That was originally because that was the way I could rest my leg, and so that
But at least you're
became the
getting out.
pizza
At
and
least
milk
you're doing
section.
something. You're not just loafing. At least you're getting out doing something. You're not actually just like loafing about your house.
Right.
That's why I think a lot of people get frustrated when they hear about Ed saying stuff like, "Oh, get me this, get me that, get me this."
I
Because
mean,
you're the one that
I'm
seems to be
already
the one that's
starting
doing
to
it.
lose weight. I'm already starting to lose weight now, which is good. Um,
Well, that's a good thing. Yeah.
so uh, okay, yeah. So
John,
anyway,
if
no,
there's no
seriously,
patient in
Craig,
traffic, most of us would be
ask
going
your
for it.
daughter if she knows any doctor that would be willing to at least do something with the knee cap pro bono or as a charity case or something. Maybe we could do a GoFundMe or I try to do it for my teeth. That never worked, but I'm seriously, um, that's another thing I want to get fixed is my teeth. Good luck. Um,
Yeah, dental bills are pretty expensive, even here.
well,
You know.
orthopedic surgery is expensive. I mean, like both
Yeah,
are
of
like
course. Yeah.
very expensive. But I mean, as far as dental goes, it doesn't have to be that way. Because dentists could have basically said, so well, we'll keep the cleanings cheap, we'll keep the x-rays cheap because there's something that everybody has to do at least to make sure that they don't have any tooth decay. And, but if I have to start doing dental procedures like crowns, root canals, and things like that, well, that's going to get more because there's a lot more work involved. And,
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. And that's going to cost an absolute fortune.
yeah.
But it's going to cost a lot of money. But there's a thing I've often said to people. And if I said it to a female, I'll probably get my head taken off. But I say dental pain is worse than pregnancy, or giving birth. It's like,
Actually, you're right. Although, especially with implants, because infographics show the 10 worst pains a person can experience. And it turns out number one is dental implants. They say that's worse than pregnancy.
It's more the lingering pain when it's continuous. It's continuous, and it can last for God knows how long.
Well, I mean, some labor can last, for up to 24 hours. So, yeah, that's painful, but you don't have to sit there and deal with that pain for like months while your gums heal after putting a big
Yeah, and
titanium screw in your mouth.
you get like Demerol and stuff like that for pregnancy. Apparently I just fell out.
Yeah. So, more junk, more.
Yeah, I arrived early. I was meant to be born in September, but I arrived in August, so.
How's that? What is this? Percocet. Percocet is what's that?
Percocet. It's a painkiller.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to get into anything like that.
It'd probably be worthwhile for a short term, but I'm not advising you to go and get medication or anything like that. I'm no doctor, but I know that stuff's pretty decent.
Right.
It's not overly strong.
I'm gonna be seeing Dr. Lee again in November, so I'm sure me and her can discuss a few other things. Like, for example, she agreed with me that it would be nice to consider plastic surgery to work on the gut. But, like I told her honestly, I said, I actually have more questions about the gut than plastic surgery could even answer. Well, I said the plastic surgery would Medicare pay for plastic surgery at all to remove flap like that?
I don't think so.
And she says she doesn't know. That maybe if we can determine it's a medical necessity, maybe they would.
If it was life-threatening, they maybe would, but I can't see it being done, just like that, I can't see them doing it, especially if you're on that sort of like care program.
Yeah.
Like here's the same, like if you went to the doctor and says, "Oh, I want plastic surgery to fix my nose," they'd be like, no, you have to pay for that. I'm sorry."
I think what it is with plastic surgery is I think it's kind of become kind of like, in some ways, been used for. Some people say it's vanity surgery. I would say that's kind
and
of
they might
true.
think of it that way, but that's I don't know.
I would say that's kind of true, but some plastic surgery, could very well be what it takes to get a patient to get better off on the ground. Let's take a look at the picture behind me, for example. Using that picture as an example, this is me. That's my face without all the skin blemishes, without the dark circles under the eyes. So the reason why you get dark circles under the eyes is because the skin around the eyes are very thin. That's the blood vessels you're seeing. That give the purple.
Your eyes are thin.
And
what do you mean?
The dark circles under my eyes here.
Okay, but when you said your eyes are thin, I don't understand. How's that possible?
And then the crow's feet is, it's just from age.
Bella, stop it.
Sags after a while. It just, things just you start to lose your elasticity in your skin, your elasticity.
That comes to us all, Michelle.
Causing the wrinkles. So this would be more like what I would look like when I was maybe about 20, 22, 23 years old.
Yeah, but those, as I said, those things come to us all. It's just natural. It's just the way it goes.
I know they do. Sure, you could take Botox shots. But I don't really know if that would be worth the risk for Botox to try to get.
Yeah, you'll end up looking
like
a Joker or something.
I don't know.
From Batman.
Then you can get a lifestyle lift, which is kind of like the same thing with plastic surgery to straighten out the skin, smooth it out. And definitely
Well,
be
look at these people
interesting.
that have done plastic surgery, like Michael Jackson. I mean, look how crazy that went. You know,
Yeah.
you don't want to end up looking like that. You know.
He also was using a lot of chemical peels to get rid of the darker nature of his skin too.
Yeah, yeah, bleaching and stuff like that.
I mean, it's but then I think for him, I think it's more of a vanity issue. What we're talking about here is kind of vanity. That's why everybody thinks plastic surgery is
If
the
it's
whole
for your health,
vanity
that's different. I
doctor.
totally agree with that. Yeah, I think if you've got money, I suppose it's different. They'll do anything you want. You know, if you're a billionaire like he was, I suppose any doctor would
I
treat you.
mean, you can clearly see I have been physically, I've been very active all my life. You know, I'm not,
Mm.
I don't look like no China doll. I don't look like no Barbie. I'm basically a hard working, hard sweating, hard hitting person that has done a lot of things. Um, I'm 53 years old. I do want to live to be another 50 years. I want to live to be 100. I would like to anyway. Doesn't mean I'm going to get the final say in the end, but
The way I felt this morning, getting up, I didn't want to live at all. I just could not sleep at all yesterday. Could not
I'm
sleep.
sure they can find a doctor in Long Island, New York that can fix my knee. The problem is how much is a bill going to cost me? That's the biggest problem.
Mm.
Yeah, you're talking about something where you could be laid up in bed for months.
But it's worth it in the long run, probably. That's what
Yeah, in the
Craig's
long
basically
run.
saying.
Yeah,
Dylan, what the
doctors
hell are you
not for
doing?
special surgery, and there's doctors that will do only do knees. Uh, and they're rated above and beyond perfect. Okay. Again, this, like I said, that's not the only thing I want to get done, but certainly is one of the things. I found some of my ears, or for one of my sets of ears that were still halfway decent shape. So those of you who've forgotten, I used to wear these ears. And
Yeah, that's right, Craig. Joan Rivers went into a place to get something simple done, and she ended up not coming out, basically.
and like the plastic surgeon, I talked to the office and I said, first of all, the original reason
Hey,
my
Paul, how you doing,
doctor
bud?
referred to me to you was to get rid of my gut. But the second thing is I want to have ear augmentation done.
I don't think they're going to do that, Michelle.
Yeah, they can do it.
No, but they're not going to attach.
But the thing was
They're
is
gonna,
that it's very, very painfully complicated. So these are the ears. I just want to give us something extra cool in here. Anyway, so these are the only ears I have left that I could use, and I need to get some new ears. But Dimitri's shop is so backlogged with orders that he's doesn't have anything right now in
are
stock.
they still able to ship things from Ukraine?
Uh, yeah, they're still shipping from Ukraine. Yeah,
Okay.
might take
Because I know
longer.
Vladimir Putin came out with this new statement I was telling you yesterday, that he's basically moved missiles to
A
the
sister
front,
moved
you
on her
know.
vocal cord, and now she's gone with shame.
Yeah, that's what happened. And I've actually met her in real life.
But
I've
Joan
met her
Rivers,
in
though,
Edinburgh.
Joan Rivers was a comedian that did have a long, productive career,
She
even after
said
that was probably done.
Obama's wife was a man, and Obama was a trans or something like that. And then suddenly she was bumped off. Well, we don't know that for sure, but
I don't know if that was necessarily true. If it
yeah, it's
was,
good, Paul. Just tired. Tired, mate.
they say Michelle Obama may have been fans. I don't know. I mean, but she did have 3 kids or 2 daughters
Yeah, I
anyway.
guess. Yeah.
So then she couldn't be trans because trans can't have kids.
No, I know. I know. I think she was just being herself when she said that comment. You
Yeah.
know, because she was quite.
Paul says, "Hi Andrew, hope everything is well as well."
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just
Let me put the chat on the
exhausted.
screen so you can see it. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Yeah. Still, I would like to get my if there's some doctors that could actually um help financially.
Hello, how you doing? Sorry, not to you guys. Yes, the
So
kitchen. Yeah, Michelle, I wouldn't go down that route if you're gonna start like getting plastic surgery and stuff like that. I wouldn't get yourself,
yeah,
you
but you
know.
know what? I did a tarot reading on that, and basically the tarot reading says it's barbaric. It's pretty much actually the card it came up was it's a barbaric thing. Literally, it's
Yeah,
barbary.
because you're cutting your face. You're cutting parts off your face. Okay, there are some times where it's necessary. It's a medical emergency and stuff. I get that, but changing your whole appearance is just a bit,
Yeah, it's just
interesting.
like I said, it's just not something I would do. Just for the fun of it. There are some people that really get addicted to plastic surgery. But then there are other people that, like my case, it's like, for example, I said, well, we can surgically remove your gut, your excessive gut flap. I'm like, what are you going to do with the material? Oh, we're going to throw it away. Why can't you
Michelle,
recycle
I
it?
think I heard a ding dong.
Why couldn't you recycle it? I mean, first of all the excess skin. Why
Oh.
can't you use that to make my ears at the same time? Why not? Right?
I'm laughing,
Get
but
two
I know what you're saying.
procedures
I know what
done
you're
at
trying to say.
once. You take out the gut, you take off the skin, because you're going to have a whole big pile of skin laying around enough for 2 years. And basically, when you stitch the gut shut, just basically take the excess skin, put it in preservative or whatever, and then sculpt that into ears, and then splice them onto my head, where my ears are. Yeah, problem solved. Then you got two things done at once.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You might have to put a piece of plastic cartilage type material in to actually provide stiffness, but basically, um,
Bella, would you stop it? For fuck's sake. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, Michelle. Sorry.
okay.
Bella just being an ass.
Oh, she's playing around with you?
No, she's trying to attack a fly or something, or a wasp or something, but
Oh, okay.
she, it's just like causing destruction at the same time.
That should get plastic surgery. He's officially grow impaired. Oh. Craig says,
I'm just
Michelle, if
imagining
you're
Ed going
serious
into the
about
night.
this, I will look into it. I will get the hardships form and. Well, okay, that'd be interesting. But where would I stay during recovery? Because I don't necessarily want to stay in a nursing home. Um,
Well, you would stay.
I have to stay in a place
You'd go back.
at least on the ground floor so I can at least get things done like go to the bathroom and you know cook and whatever.
Michelle, I think
Definitely
I heard a
hiking
ding
up
dong
three
earlier on,
flights
but
of
I'm not
stairs
sure if
ain't gonna
it was.
cut it. Well, no, you would actually just use the skin, the actual fat material. You could actually put that into your boobs. There you go. Get a boob job at the same time. Not that there's
An awful
anything
lot of
wrong with my
skin,
boobs
Michelle.
as they are. These
Just
are
get
natural, by
around.
the way. Or how about a big fat, put some of my fat from my gut in my butt? So finally I'd have a nice big fat caboose to sit on. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Michelle. I was saying, I think I heard a ding dong on your
I didn't
panel.
see one. I did look. I
All
didn't
right,
see
okay.
one.
All right.
Sanders says, then why do we say Hey, fat this. Fat tits. Okay. You know, it's just an idea. Recycle, reduce, reuse, recycle. Oh, you
Craig,
can't.
I actually met her in Edinburgh. I was like literally 6 feet from her, and she looked very strange, very strange.
How
This was in
so?
2007 or six or something.
How does she look very strange?
Well, with the plastic surgery and stuff like that, and the lips, and she had this. It was almost like a Joker's face, like like a Joker from Batman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
That's what she
and then
wanted.
when she made that
That's what she
comment about
wanted for
Barack
look.
Obama, and then suddenly she
Or was that was because that's she's trying to match the way she sees herself in her mind's eye.
maybe I can't answer
Yeah.
that question, but
Okay, she said Joan Rivers went to a hell in her life, cause her life
Craig, I've seen
husband
that.
Edgar committing suicide, and she had to raise children on her own. And Melissa Rivers is a wonderful person. I love the show. Before she passed, I saw videos of Michelle Obama, and they say that she's actually a man. She had white pants on and huge testicles in the front when she was dancing. So I wonder if that's true, if it's possible. But then where did the kids come from? That's the
I
question.
think. I mean,
Where
I
did
know
the
it's
kids
a
come
lot of
from?
it's a lot of joking and stuff. She probably is a woman, but it was just you know what TV's like and YouTube's like. They like to sort of like make things a bit.
Yeah, I remember that scene. You're right about the white pants. Bad color combination.
That's maybe what
I
it
know I
was.
wear a lot of white, so
That's
trust me,
hilarious.
white is not good on pants. Really. But you know the thing is that sometimes think back to like I said, the plastic surgery. People look at it
It
as
could be
like,
adoption, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. They could have been adopted.
uh, Cuban adopted. Okay.
No, the kids, Michelle Obama's kids.
Oh, they're adopted. Okay.
Maybe. I mean, we don't know for 100%, but it's possible.
Right. It's just like Craig Senior says. Uh, there is much such a thing as too much plastic surgery. What she wanted to keep herself as young as possible. Her money, her thing, her decision. God bless her.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, if they've got the money, it's up. If they want to do it, it's up to them. But sometimes doctors should sometimes step in and say, "Look, maybe this isn't quite a good idea because it could cause like breathing issues. It could cause like other issues in the long term. You know."
You gotta
But they're
admit
not
though,
going to do that if they're getting paid. You know.
that's still pretty interesting though, because one of the Doctor Who episodes, uh, actually was actually turned out to be a kind of a recurring theme in a couple episodes, where this woman had basically used plastic surgery throughout her life to keep young. And finally, it's like by the time she was like about 100, 200, 300 years later, she was still alive, but all she was a face stretched out on a frame. The rest of her body was gone. And like one of the doctors whose assistant said, "Oh, you all is a pretty face."
So
And she
you're
says,
cracking me up
it's
this
just it's
morning.
supposed to be the time of the end of the world. And the
Yeah,
woman says, you know, and she's like telling her servant, she has a servant, moisturize me, moisturize me. Of course, she has to be moisturized because the poor woman had like no circulatory system. Oh my god! Like what kind of a person would be that when it would go through that much? When they lose their whole body?
yeah. So they've got the top half of say somebody in their 40s or something, and yet the bottom half, the real insides are like 100 years old.
Yeah. But I mean, the point of the story is it's like I forgot which actress it was. She was a blonde haired one on the newer Doctor Who. She was like,
Yeah, I know who
all
she
you
is.
are is
Yeah, I know who
all
you're
you are
talking
is a
about.
pretty face. The rest of you is gone. There's nothing there. A piece of face stretched out on a rack. And this woman was like really, really smug. Like, oh, I'm still a pretty face. Yeah, actually, you look kind of ugly, lady. I looked at her face. It's like, you serious? I think if I got to that point where I was nothing more than a piece of skin hung over a frame, I probably would go, kill me now.
I think most of us would, but we'd hopefully not get to that point. You know.
I'm like, really, kill me now. Like, okay, here's Rusty anyway. Oh, I didn't forget you, cat. Blink, he's giving everybody headbutts today.
Yeah, well, this cat here was given everything headbutts when I got in.
Yeah, big
Literally throwing
kitty.
herself against walls and stuff, as she does.
He's a happy cat. He's a big cat, but he's a happy cat. Uh, I'm trying not.
Yeah, probably the same thing,
I'm
George.
trying not to show his private so I don't get a strike. All right. So anyway,
Michelle, you're not gonna get a like with the cat's anus. We've had this discussion before. I think it was
I
even
mean,
yesterday we talked about it.
he's just a big cat, but you know, he's 11 years. He's gonna be 11 years old um next year. So he's in June. He was born in May. He's a Taurus cat. Oh,
Yeah.
big kitty cat. Big heavy cat. But you know what though? His funny thing is, have you ever noticed? Okay, if you show human skin on YouTube, they terminate your channel instantly.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Yeah, I know we did, right? But you can show a cat's behind and they won't even say anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So don't worry about the cat showing his ass. It's not gonna get your channel taken down or anything.
Yeah.
Cats do what cats
You
do. They
gotta be
can't help
careful.
it.
You don't know what YouTube might amend the rule in the future and then said, retroactively, you showed cat butt, channel terminated. Oh.
Yeah, but it's not like you're physically putting the camera onto Busty. Like he just comes up when he comes up. That's what he
Yeah.
does. That's what cats do.
Well, right now I'm just glad that my cat's doing good. He's a healthy cat. He's active, just like your kitty. You know.
Yeah, she seems fine now. I don't think there's anything wrong with her. I think it is actually just a tough day here now.
Craig
Especially the way she
Senior
was acting.
says, guys and girls, I had to have back Botox where I am one sheet around the sides of my eyes because my lids were falling down too much over my eyes, but that was something I had to do to see properly. Yeah, but doesn't
Nice.
Botox wear off after a while? So then don't you have to redo it over and over
Yeah.
again?
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, George saying not the Botox. He meant Michelle being. Oh, right, okay. I thought he meant. I'm not gonna say it. I thought he was talking something else.
Doctor Who is a science fiction character in the BBC.
Yeah, the new Doctor Who's gonna be a man again. I think.
Is he going to have the female doctor this time, or is he going to go back to a male doctor again?
I think it's a male doctor. I think it's a male. I think it's a. I'm gonna say African American guy or African.
I like the female doctor. I thought she was
British, yeah.
fun. Of the few episodes I could see, because I don't have cable here, and I thought they were fun. And yeah.
All right, George.
Yeah.
I was being careful. Yeah, I used to like Doctor Who, but it just seems to be it's the same things happen over again. Like they'll meet the Cybermen or the Daleks and things, and
Yeah, that's just recurring themes. Yeah.
but they did wokeify, if that's a word. They made Doctor Who quite woke.
Yeah.
in terms of political correctness and stuff like that. And it was turning a lot of people off. So the ratings actually have plummeted, especially when the female Doctor came in. The ratings really dropped in this country. And Doctor Who's a British institution.
Yeah.
People were outraged. I know it sounds a bit dramatic, but they were really like up in arms about the whole
Remember
thing.
that there has been many, many Doctor Who's, and since the series started, and from the very first
It is
Doctor,
George,
which
yeah.
was I forget who played the very first one, but he was the old man Doctor,
Hmm. The
and
black and white ones.
right. The thing was, is he was kind of cool. Um, but I liked the Doctor Who, the young guy with the curly hair in the '60s. He was fun. He was humorous. He was comical. I could relate to him. I could even laugh at some of his jokes because I understood some of the humor. But
A
when
lot of stuff like that you wouldn't be allowed to say nowadays. That's the
right,
thing that's
right.
changed, and
But the
it's
Doctor
not
that was
fictional.
played by Tennant, I'm sorry, but
He was
that
actually pretty
guy
good.
was
I thought he was
just
pretty good.
irritating.
I thought he was pretty good, but again, he was sort of held back from the correctness of what you could say. He's actually in a lot of things here. He's in a lot of TV shows and
Yeah,
stuff like that. He's quite popular. But everyone has like their favorite Doctor. My mum liked one of her favorite was one guy from the '70s called Tom Baker, and
yeah,
that was her
Baker.
favorite Doctor.
Yeah, I think that was in the first Doctor. Wasn't the first Doctor Baker? I think it was.
No, it was a guy called William Hartnell,
Okay.
and that was in 1960 odd. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is
they did.
that
George, absolutely 100%
what was
mentioned it.
interesting was here in the United States, they had a special Doctor Who anniversary edition, um, where all three TARDISes kind of came in to one location to meet up. I thought that was kind of funny. And of course,
No, never,
yeah, to
never,
keep it
never.
with the Doctor Who theme, that they were kind of creating conflicts with each other and all that. But it was kind of fun. I actually, um, yeah, those jokes in the reply tonight. Right, absolutely
Yeah,
not.
like things like Benny Hill and Monty Python, you could never say things like that nowadays because it was like they were being blasphemous towards Jesus and stuff like that, and it wasn't taken seriously. It was genuinely funny, you know.
Yeah, so like I said, there
But
was a couple Doctors in the new series I didn't like. As I said, Tennant. Uh, I watched the new series pilot on Sci-Fi, and I was like, this doesn't look too bad. Other than this guy, just kind of, I don't know. I watched it about the vinegar and stuff. I was like, well, okay, that's interesting.
vinegar.
Yeah, I was having how to deal with a problem using vinegar.
Oh, right, vinegar and paper. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and the thing was, I thought that was interesting. But this guy Tennant talks too damn fast, and he's like really hard for me to wrap my head around. And his assistant there, what was her name? What was her name? What was her name on the
I think
show?
it was Catherine Tate is the actress, but I don't know what her name was in the
Okay,
show.
but it's still, regardless,
And she's a comedian.
it was
She's actually a
cute.
comedian
It
in
was
real life.
cute. But the Scotland guy was saying, we don't have a key to fit the lock of this door, this TARDIS. So we're trying to find a key to fit the door. Because they were trying to figure out why was there an old ancient police box sitting in a parking garage. Well, maybe the doctor doesn't want you to have a key to his door.
Do you know those boxes actually were a real thing? You don't see them now, but years ago, those were genuine call
Yes,
boxes.
those are actually designed in Chicago, by the way. The very
All right,
first
okay.
police call boxes were actually designed and created in America. And where you have the blue light now was actually a gas light that would be lit by a pilot. So that when the person called rang through to the police dispatch, it would actually just lit the gas light on the top so that the police officer would know which call box called in.
Well, you had those, Michelle, and then you had the red phone boxes. I don't know if you've ever seen them as well. But now they're just basically gone. You don't see anything like that now because nobody really needs them because people have got their mobile phones
Right,
and
now they
stuff.
got GPSs on the phone, so
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But it was an old different time. Or we used to see small little hand or call boxes on poles. Like if you watch Top Cat, you see that with the Officer Dibble talking on
yeah.
the police call box to the office. Because that was part of his precinct, you know. But yeah, that's a technology that's pretty much gone the way of the dodo. There's really not too many people thinking about that technology these days. But
I suppose it was useful for its time because it was the only way you could really maybe get a hold of them.
right, for the time it made sense because like
Yeah.
one, you didn't have phone booths everywhere, and the police officers couldn't necessarily be everywhere. So
There were a lot more of them back then, though, Michelle. There were a lot more of them back then, like police. I mean,
yeah,
you
there
don't
were a
see
lot more
like
police
they used
back
to.
then.
You used to
Nobody
be
would even
even when I was
dare
a kid.
say, let's
I
defund the police. Back then in the 19th century,
oh
if
right,
you were
oh
to say
no.
defund the police, people would have thought you were nuts. What do you mean defund the police? We don't have enough officers now. Back in the Victorian era, they had a shortage of police. You know,
So even in like 20 years ago, I can still remember them seen walking up and down the street and stuff like that.
well,
But you don't ever see that now. Like you used to call them bobbies on the beat.
yeah,
You don't see
the
anything like
Bobbies
that
on the
now.
beat. Yeah, well, we didn't call them Bobbies, but we used to call them cops on the beat, walking the beat. Yeah,
Hmm.
same thing. So like I said, different technology, different times. Also, of course, they also go into their own call box to actually um, talk to the dispatcher themselves. That's where they would be based. It was their call box. So you can see where the Doctor Who got the call box idea from, because that's what the police did. They would actually, that was like their mobile, their on site location would be like their headquarters. So if there was an in there, you know, that's where the phone was set up so that you could reach in and could use the phone to call and say, "Hi, I'm so and so of this street, and I'm having a problem with this person."
And the old bill.
Yeah, and I'm at call box number 3512. Can you please send
So you
us?
know about it more than I do. But then again, I suppose back then I was, pretty
Yeah,
like a kid, so I wouldn't have necessarily had to call back box and say, "Oh, right, okay, this is happening.
Friday night
Three
one.
five one has been attacked, whatever."
There's you see it coming. So let's see. Those headphones look ancient. These are from the 1970s. These are one of my two sets of headphones I have. I put them on because I was used. I went to show my ears last night, but the ears then the glue had to be refreshed. These are my other headphones.
The purple,
They
indeed.
both work. They both got the same plug on the end, so they. But these are over the ear. The ones I'm wearing right now are over the ear. These are on the ear. So those also are Bluetooth as well.
So which ones do you prefer? Do you prefer the black ones or the white ones?
What's that?
I'm saying which ones do you prefer, the black
I
ones or the
prefer
white ones?
these because they really keep the sound out, so I can focus
Or the grey
more
ones?
on what I'm
Yeah.
listening to. With the other ones, they pick up some of the sound from the around me, so they're not as sealed sound wise. But
Okay.
these unfortunately do have their age problems, just like me. You can't see it, but this cord is actually kind of coming apart. The wires are fine, but the plastic vinyl, this cord is long seen better days. So, yeah, it's very old. I like the sound of it. It's great though. Yes, exactly. Very, very, very
Well, if
deep,
something, you
profound
know the old
bass on
expression,
the.
if something's not broken, don't fix it. You know,
Right.
it's
Well, I
maybe
did
something
fix the
like that.
cord when it was broken originally because it was broken up here, and then I took off the diseased part and I fixed that. Um, but the problem is, it's just like doing surgery on an older person. It doesn't take much for a simple repair to turn into a major calamity. Like, I almost ripped I did tear my ear cups a little bit, and they're not too bad, but they're when the leatherette material, they only could take so much, throughout the years, and then after that, they just rip open. So it was very lucky I salvaged them. Have you made any new camera mounts lately? Last time I stopped by, you had a. It's not a popsicle stick. It was actually. It's a. It's actually a wall camera, CCTV camera mount, and it's the still one. I'm still using that thing after 10 years. I'm still using the same one I
Yeah, that's not
made
bad going.
ten
That's pretty
years
good.
ago.
As I said, if it works, it works. You know, just you
It
don't need to
works.
go
Yeah,
for
it's
you
been
know.
reliable. I mean, I've tried a lot of the pre-made ones like you can buy on eBay, and a lot of them just don't. They just fall. They just fail. They don't cut it. And this same one can also be used with my 16 millimeter film camera. At least it's supposedly can. But my camera is so honking huge that the film camera would really make it fall over because it's just so big. Maybe it had a wider base in the bottom. But anyway, I never tried it with that camera. But I've done it with the 35 millimeter film camera. My Pentax. I'd screw it on that, and then I would start just taking shots like a steady shot. Um,
I can't speak today. Wielder Kolbs said Kermit and Friends sucks. We hate them now. What do you think about that, Michelle?
really?
No, it's on the chat. I mean, if you do the chat, you'll see it.
60 millimeter influence. Yeah, I have a. It's a old Bill with how. Let's see, what model is it? K16 with a 400-foot magazine in it to hold 400 feet of film, as well as the standard 100-foot rails, spring wound. But also, I have the motor drive with it, the electric motor drive for it too. Um,
So I
Kermit
laugh
and
at these
Friends suck.
comments
We
sometimes.
hate them now. Well, why would you say you hate them now? Why did you hate them before?
Maybe they've just fallen out of favor with somebody. God knows.
What's Lumi's top favorite soup? Uh, I don't know. Maybe vegetable soup, minestrone soup, and chicken noodle soup. Same as mine. Yeah. Oh, you forgot pea
So
soup. I
you
like
and
pea
Lumi,
soup. I like split pea soup.
yeah. So you and Lumi both share the same taste in food
Pretty
and stuff like
similar.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I haven't seen one of them in ages. Well, right now the camera's actually sitting in the storage bin right now. I'm not gonna go grab my 16 millimeter Bill and Howell camera. Um, it's in the storage bin, but it's a single sprocket type film hole, which is good because you can get single sprocket film a lot easier than double sprocket, which a lot of the earlier ones were. Mine was made in August of 1923. Oh, I'm sorry,
Wow.
1927. Was it 27? Yeah, mine was military surplus, and I used one of the lenses on my from it on my security cameras, so we can see the turntable. Or we're using the camera for street scenes.
This is a pretty much unpopular choice. I love mushroom soup, but a lot of people I know they hate it. They all say it's like, no, it's disgusting. No, I love it,
Cream and mushroom
especially
soup.
homemade.
I don't think cream and mushroom soup is bad.
No, but a few people I know that they don't seem to like it.
I
Um,
also like
I
corn
think it's great.
chowder, but is chowder really a soup because it's kind of thick? Um,
Yeah.
I'll leave that in the. It might be a soup. It might not be a soup. I do like corn chowder.
Craig was asking, does anybody watch The Doctors with Freddie Highmore? He plays an autistic surgery, or I
It
presume surgeon. It's an
is
amazing
it
show.
been
It's
too
won Academy
heavy?
Award.
Well, the bin's
Hey,
outside, and it's part of the building, and it's a room, so it's in that storage room. So I'd have to go out there and grab it. The camera itself in the case, which is the original wooden case from 1927, that
yeah,
thing
I love
weighs
it. I
a
think it's
ton.
fantastic. Yeah.
But then they figured, you maggots can lug this around. Because it was from the photo division of the military. Was it the army or was it the navy? I think it was the army photographics division.
No idea.
Military grade camera HR-16. That's what it was. Okay,
Yeah, lentil soup's fantastic as well. Just
just
be prepared to go to the toilet a lot.
it's just a trip. I actually shot some 16 millimeter films with it, and they came up pretty good for what they were. But you only get like 2 minutes. You only get like 2.5 minutes on 100 feet of 16 millimeter. I'm like, so I got these two rolls back when Obama was president, showing the prices on the old Cumberland Farm signboard when I was actually going to be filming the Winston Fireman's Parade, and
All right.
I got those two films. I shot them in black and white Tri-X reversal film, and so they definitely look like they're dated movies because
See,
they
Queen of
were.
YouTube. Sorry, Michelle. I've never heard of that soup before, Queen. Um, like I've heard of bird's nest soup, but I don't know what the heck it contains. I'm presuming bird's
But
nest in
I
some
have
description.
lentil soup is good, yeah. Um,
I just like the idea of
and
eating out of a bird's nest.
Mimi's faux noodle soup. I've heard of faux noodle soup. There's a shop in town here called Mama Fo's. They serve Vietnamese food. Um, so I never had Vietnamese food though. I don't know what it tastes like, but I'm sure it's good. Um,
The best soups are always homemade. I've always said that. You can't beat proper homemade soup. You can
right,
go out
yeah.
and get a can of Heinz or something. It's not the same, you know.
Or Campbell's here in the United
Or
States.
Campbell's, yeah, yeah.
Or Chunky, which is still Campbell's. Um, yeah, I do agree that fresh soup made homemade is good.
And it's quite easy when you actually do it. I'm not a cook, don't get me wrong. Um, but I like to think I am. You know, I'm one of them that like to think I can make something. But I think to myself, well,
Yeah.
if I like it, then everybody else has to like it. I'm one of them. So I'll make a curry that's like so spicy or a chili that's so spicy. I'm thinking, oh, everyone's gonna be fine. You know, people are gonna be okay with this, and they're like, no,
Well, I also like black bean soup too. Um,
never had it. But I
it's
know of it.
good.
Like I
It's
know,
good. It's just got black beans instead of like red beans, and
yeah,
yeah, or minestrone. Kind of like some way, kind of like well, black beans are
definitely queen.
black, okay, but it's good. Um, Take Senior said Andrew is. I enjoy cream of mushroom soup, and when we make a roast, we first pour lifting onion Lipton. I'm sorry, I think it meant Lipton. Lipton onion
Lifting.
powdered soup on top of the roast, and then the cream of mushroom, and then vegetables all around really good. He said before that, he said, Queen of YouTube, yes, my wife makes lentil soup. She is Italian, and I don't really like lentils, but she puts I may have got this.
He sweats it. She
His
basically
voice
sweats the
capture
onion.
screwed him up a
It's like an
bit.
expression. Yeah.
This is what it says literally. It says, but she put sweat, it,
No, I'm joking.
onions,
I think
and some
what he
peas,
said, she
and
sweats
chopped
onion.
up small pieces of carrot. You mean to tell me your wife puts her sweat in the soup? That's what it sounded like. You can see, so sometimes just like a grammar teacher, you have to sit there and try to understand the kids' essays. I like, what's this person really saying? Uh, you do it long enough on YouTube, you start to pick it out. But I don't think she meant to say sweat.
No.
Uh, uh, Quinn YouTube says, Greg, yes, Andrew, who made this best? Somebody's nobody. Two foods I hate: split pea and bluefish. Bluefish.
Well, bluefish, I think you die once you have that. I think it's is it I'm
Okay.
thinking The Simpsons. I'm sure it was an episode of The Simpsons where Homer had some sort of fish and
What is it, like a fish
he had
stew?
24 hours to live.
Bluefish is a type of fish, but is it like a stew? Or is it? Well, one type of fish I can't stand because it's so bony is mackerel. Um,
Right.
so that is. Ed brought home a can of mackerel one time, and it was like almost all bones. It was like, you gotta be kidding me. And he said, "Oh, give it to the cat." This poor kitty won't
Oh,
chew
it's puffer fish. That's
all
yeah.
those fish bones.
Sorry.
No way. Um, yeah.
Yeah, they're like the deadly
Play
fish.
the song
Apparently, if
on
you
your
eat them, then
phone.
you're pretty much croaked.
No puffer or cuttlefish is a potentially toxic one. You're talking about the fukushu fish, the one that even the emperor of Japan is prohibited from eating at all. Fukushu.
It sounds even worse.
Yeah, it's the puffer.
Yeah,
The puffer
Michelle,
fishes.
Queen of YouTube
Poison
is asking.
is so. This body is so full of this toxin. It is just. It has to be prepared by specially licensed chefs because it's so toxic and so dangerous, and you gotta cook it just right. Otherwise, you might as well call the coroner because guess what? There ain't gonna be no antidote to save you.
No. Yeah,
Um.
Queen of YouTube is asking you to play a song on your phone, and yeah, I've heard about the mercury
A
in
lot
the
of fish
some of
has
the fish
mercury in
as
it
well.
now. And if you
Yeah,
happen to
but no,
get
my
any
luck,
fish,
some of these nobody I'd end up in,
if you
eating it
happen
all
to get
apart,
any
and I've
fish
been
in the Pacific Ocean, a lot of them may actually have to be radioactive because of the Fukushima power plant has contaminated a lot of the ocean around the power plant. Um,
yeah. Wait, I forgot about that. I remember that happening. Was that not caused by a storm or something, or a
yeah, it was
tidal
caused
wave
by a
or something?
tsunami
Yeah.
from a storm. Yeah,
Hmm.
and totally flooded. Went over the seawall, got inside the plant. Totally waterlogged the generators. They couldn't even get the generators started because they're all full of water. They already lost power because of the storm, but then so they couldn't get the backup generator. They couldn't get a backup power source going. So then all of a sudden, they did an emergency shutdown in the plant. It was actually caused by an earthquake. I remember that,
Okay. I
and
wasn't sure if it was like,
it was just bad news for everybody.
basically like a Chernobyl type of thing.
Okay, Gracie said black bean soup is good as long as you talk to me. Then focus on scratch with fried onions in it, a touch of cayenne pepper, and some basil. I don't know. I just drink the I just eat the Goya black bean soup. I just put it on the saucepan and put it on the stove on warm and just eat it like that out of the can. I don't really add anything to it. It's just fine. But I can see basil being a thing. Yeah, I can see basil being a thing. Um, though they have teeth. Yeah, you're talking about the fish. Okay.
Yeah. Like you're not gonna go out and catch say to yourself, I'm gonna go and get some piranhas for dinner tonight. You know,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be deboning it. You're gonna be detoothing it as well.
Oh yeah, it's 5 of top of the hour. So yeah, I see what you're saying. You want to get going. But anybody else want to come up on panel? Because we do have the opportunity. People can come on.
Yeah, Michelle. Well, Michelle, I'm gonna actually head off because I need to get some food
Right.
because I am.
So anybody wants to come up on panel, come on
tired. I couldn't
up.
sleep last night. So
Andrea
I
has
had
to
to
head
be up
out.
early.
So in a few minutes, we'll talk to some other people on the panel. Thanks
All
for
right,
being
Michelle.
on,
I'll
Andrew.
speak to you later. No problem. Take care.
Yep. Let's take a few other panel people. Open panel. Let's come on up. It's using Google Meets. If you're using it on your desktop, you do not need to download an app. If you're using it on your phone, you will need to download an app. But I'm looking forward to try to get some new people. It could, except I gotta get ready to go place an order. Usually, I try to get them done by 12:30, 1 o'clock at the latest, but that's usually go until about 12. But there's really nothing really majorly scheduled for the afternoon other than I gotta place my shopping list with Instacart. And so we need to get some more pizza, some freezer bags, and what's one more thing? What was it? Bread. Okay. That's the order. So I'll add those things to the order and get the order set out its way so we can go to deliver it to the house before it gets too late. Hopefully Instacart driver can come in time. So let's see how many people are. How many people are here? All right. So while we're waiting for somebody to come up on panel, let's cover a few things. Is Sunday, we're going to try to get Silvermoon Radio on Twitch. Okay, because we can play music on Twitch with no penalty. So that will be Silvermoon Radio will be on Twitch at 7 o'clock at night. The afternoon shows will be on Friday and Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you want to be part of the afternoon shows, they will be on Friday and Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. No, I don't think the Snow Queens would be harmed by short seasons. I think most of us will make our seasons longer. We'll find a way to make it happen. I do not think that it's man-made climate change. First of all, I don't think that's entirely a man-made issue. But Craig Seeley says, Michelle, my favorite fish is striped bass, clean, properly cut up in chunks. Put it in an aluminum pan and butter and pull. Okay. Who's that back up? That was me. It's Michelle. That's me. Without the wrinkles, without all the age. Someone did a Photoshop on me. That's me. Probably look closer to that like it was in my 20s, but well, yeah, you get old. I'm 54 years old, honey. I'm not a kid anymore. Do you have thunderstorms over there? We are going to downpours and thunderstorms. We had thunder this morning, Ed said. But I actually didn't hear it. But then again, the funniest thing is when I'm sleeping, my right ear, which faces up, goes totally dead silent, and I can't hear shit until like about 10 minutes, about 5-10 minutes after I finally get out of bed. Then I can start hearing out of it. So, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, that's me. Well, Also, we are going to be getting ready to play some more games soon. I still want to consider buying a wider angle lens in this camera here, but you're still going to get the stupid pole. Yeah, you're still going to have the pole. You're still going to have the pole. The pole is off frame because I moved this desk so you won't see it. But there is the pole right there we're talking about. So, that's the pole. But yeah, that's me. So, would you ride a hoverboard? I never had a hoverboard. I don't know anything about them. I didn't ride a hoverboard. Well, I think so. As I said, we want to try to get some gaming in soon because it is going to be raining. I'm not going. Oh, you forgot the pizzas. No, I didn't. I said the pizzas. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get some frozen pizzas only because get a little bit of room in the freezer for some frozen pizzas. And that's all I'm gonna get. So. Craig Sr. says, Craig he already left, but he says, Craig Sr. says, Andrew, I don't know whether you can eat piranhas or not. We don't have them here on the island, so I'm not sure. But a lot of fish that you as a girl will not. Okay. That is, a girl will not be edible on sea robins. Huh? Well, let's just read it literally what he says. Andrew, I don't know whether you can eat piranhas or not. We don't have them here on the island. Right, because they're from South America. So I'm not sure, but a lot of fish that he is a girl will not edible on now, like sea robins. Okay, so, yeah, piranhas are from South America. I would think they're mostly teeth. Alright, it's Craig Senior wants to come on. It's like picture cleared. Yeah, it's Craig. It's Craig. Okay, let's get Craig on screen here. Good afternoon.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, everybody.
Yeah, how you
Good
doing?
to see you. I love that. I love the picture that you have. That's wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I try to make sure because there's always somebody trying to troll your picture sometimes. So I try to make sure.
Yeah, well, it's an eye catcher.
Yeah. Yeah, the big picture of me on the screen. Yeah. Skynet basically ran this in Photoshop. That's me from a couple of days ago when I had the pink top on.
Yeah, but it's an eye grabber. It's good. Yeah. And it's a very nice picture.
Yeah. And Craig loves speech to text. Actually, I know Christy uses it a lot too. I use it once in a great while. Like if when my eyes are like fighting me.
You want a cigarette?
So the yeah, I don't know about piranha. That's a good question. Let me ask Siri. That's a good question. Ask Siri. Hold on, let me ask Siri that question. I'll just ask you here on my phone.
Want an X-ray?
Okay.
Denise just came out with me on the deck.
Is piranha fish edible?
It's been, but it's raining. It's going to be raining and thunderstorming. What? Yes.
Is piranha fish edible?
I have no idea.
Can you eat piranha fish? From U.S. Angler. Here's what it says. You might not find them on the menu of your favorite restaurant. So, and they probably can't be caught near where you live. But if you ever in position to eat one, tuck in. What are piranha? Piranha are a varied lot, and science does not know that much about them. They are certainly a species that haven't been cataloged. But the ones that we know of range in adult sizes from about 5 inches to as much as 14 inches.
Hi.
The red-bellied piranha is exception, growing as long as 20 inches. Oh my god, those things got nasty teeth, man. Wowee. Alright.
Oh yeah.
It says the red-bellied piranhas can grow as long as 20 inches. The much feared piranha may haunt your nightmares, especially since this large family of fish is defined by its razor-sharp teeth, but the reality isn't as fearsome as you might think. The popular imagination has these small hunting in packs and stripping the flesh from their prey in mere seconds. But the truth is, the actually just the opposite. Experts like Dr. Dr. Anna E. Marigaran explain that the piranhas are schools to protect themselves from their own predators. Okay, so now, is it edible? That's the question. Let's see.
Can you eat piranha, Denise? You ever hear of that? Eat piranha fish?
Hilarious, which is not what we think about when we rip. But when you...
They were just asking if you could eat piranhas.
Let's see.
I didn't know. No, Denise
it
said
sounds
you
like
can't
piranhas are... The consensus seems to be that they are relatively strong flavored and fishy. But when I looked deeper, it turns out that this white-fleshed predator tastes a lot like sole, one of the world's tastiest fish. Piranhas are often fried, grilled, or steamed, and most people who have eaten them find them delicious, albeit a little scary to look at with the head on. Absolutely. So yes, you can eat piranha.
Okay.
So I'm sure that there's some New York fish market that probably can get you piranha. Hey, can I have some piranha, please? What kind? I don't care. Give me the red belly one.
The only fish that Denise and I won't like is flounder fillet. Right?
Yeah.
Flounder fillet.
It's not fishy taste.
Yeah, it's not fishy
taste.
taste.
Flounder. Flounder's fine.
He said.
I remember when I was fishing with my dad one time on the off the Long Island Sound, we caught a flounder. I let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to.
Well, they have to be.
I just didn't have the heart. I just didn't have the heart to hurt the poor thing. I just, it was so sad. Like, I don't want to hurt you. Yeah. I said, hey, Pop, let's let it go. So we let the flounder go back into the ocean, and
yeah, it's okay, Michelle. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like I say, if you're not going to eat it and use it, let it go.
Yeah. It's the same thing for. It's the same thing with hunter. It's the same thing with
my
hunter
son and
too. I mean, don't go take down a 5-pointed buck if you're not going to find a way to to use the meat. What's the point? You take down that buck. I mean, you're just knocking another possible breeding pair out of captivity, which you could use to raise more deer for the next hunter to shoot and kill for his family. So I, like I said, I just don't have the heart to kill anything. Because everyone's going to get a lobster. I said, I don't like killing live things. I said, really, Ed, I don't want to kill a lobster.
Do you like
he was going to get a live lobster. I said, I don't want to kill that. I don't have the heart to kill any animal. And yet, you do got to kill a lobster to cook it. Unless you're a real sadist. I don't like watching it scream in pain as you put it in boiling water. Not a nice thing. So anyway, so yes, that's me. Did you see the other cameras? Did you see the other camera we got up on the pole
I'm on
now?
the way.
That's one of the cameras. I'm gonna show you the other camera we got up now. Full time. This is full time now. This is not temporary. It used to be a temporary mount. This is
Oh, it's a stationary mount camera. Oh, that's nice, Michelle.
yeah.
That's good.
This
This
used
way
to
we
be
can
on a
see you.
separate stand. It used to hang loose, and now we have this thing screwed to the window. Okay, that's pretty. Let's just straight on. So
Oh,
yeah.
you mean you have one that shows the street?
But because right now that camera is actually going to be used for Silvermoon radio soon, so that's going to be.
Oh, good.
Because right now I can't even get over to the street
I've
right now.
already
I was
told them,
going to
yeah.
get another camera for that, but I don't have the donations coming in for that, so I said we'll have to wait until I get more donations coming in. So that's why. So we can get more donations in. Maybe I can see about getting another camera to the street scene. But that's the reason we don't have it set up right now, because it's the existing camera on the tripod would be just in the way because it's got his train board set up now. So I can't really work around the train board. So I did find a replacement camera, but I don't really, that can screw to the wall, but I just don't want to go through all that work and spending about $25 for the camera for something that's just not going to be giving me a lot of return on investment. But the thing is as I said, donations are down, so there's not enough donations to justify the cost.
I will have to work on getting them up, Michelle.
Yeah, we have to work them
I'll make
up
it.
because
I'll make a donation to you as soon as I get off.
so many people are so afraid of donating to my channel. It seems like, well, some of them have valid reasons to be afraid, because they're afraid that
Some people
they're going
can't
to pay
right
their
now,
bills
Michelle.
and they don't know if they're going to have enough money to put in as a monthly pledge or whatever. They don't know if they have the money to do that. And so they're not going to do that because they're like, oh, I got to make sure I pay my rent and my electric and my gas bill. I don't even know if I can pay my electric, rent, my gas bill. Or I have to pay for my prescription medications. So they tend to be more wait and see. It's the same with me. It's like, okay, do I have the money to pay for all this stuff, or can I wait? And I said to myself, well, I may have to wait because of we don't know what the electric bill is going to be in the month of October when it comes out. Obviously, since we're not
you
running
don't
the
pay
air
for
conditioner
gas.
right now,
Michelle, you don't pay for gas anyway, right?
I don't have to pay for gas. No, I don't want to pay for
No,
gas for the
that's
building,
the heat.
for the heat.
Too bad you didn't have a gas range.
Yeah, we only have an electric stove, but I gotta pay my own.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the power reader right there.
Yeah, well.
That and the air conditioner, forget
Well, my
it.
landlord's a gasophobe, so don't expect him to go running out there and call the local gas company to get the old gas lines pressure tested and fixed, because he's not going to do it. He's a gasophobe.
Yeah, because that's on his dime.
Yeah.
He pays for that.
But I did manage to convince him to go to natural gas for the heat, so it saves him money. But this winter is still
that was your doing.
This winter is still going to be excruciatingly painful for him, because the price of gas, but the price of heating oil is even worse.
Oh yeah.
It's like double. So he would be paying like $6,000 a month in the winter time to heat the place in January if it was still running heating oil.
Well, with gas, they didn't raise the gas that much. About 10%. I just got my gas bill.
Yeah.
And it was only I think
Well,
it
I'm
was
sure as a commercial
$42.
customer, I'm sure he can probably work something out. You know, some kind of a program for commercial customers.
Yeah. Well, he has you to thank for the switching him to gas. I mean, that was the best decision that he made, and I know you pushed him into it, but at the same point, that was your idea, and that saved him
And
thousands
it
of
actually
dollars a month.
turned out to be a good deal. He even thanked me for it because he said my bill is
Absolutely.
actually I only paid like $1,500 when I first switched over to gas. He said this is a couple years ago. Instead of paying $3,000 a month in the wintertime for heating, I was only paying $1,500 for the building. More
Yeah, he
money
paid it
for
off
him to
already.
use for
Did
others
he,
fixing other things in the building.
Michelle? Did he have to get a whole new gas furnace, or did they
No,
convert the oil
they
over
just
to gas?
changed the burner out from the Carlin oil burner to a Carlin Easy Gas.
I got you.
So he
So in
didn't
other words,
actually
he
have to
just
replace.
switched.
He didn't have to replace the boiler. There was nothing wrong with the boiler.
Good,
So
good,
they just
good.
replaced the burner from a Carlin oil burner to a Carlin Easy Gas burner. So
Yeah, I have a gas heat, forced air, and
gas
I don't
heat.
like it very much, but it's cheap.
Oh, the two storefronts are gas heat. The one storefront is independent heating. It's oil. So we just have one oil burner in the cellar for the biggest storefront, which was independent of the other two, which
Are
are
those storefronts rented out, Michelle?
none of them is rented out.
Do they
None of the
have kitchens
storefronts
or
are rented
anything in
out.
them?
There's no need for brick and mortar storefronts right now in my area, so no one's really interested in looking for a storefront.
Do they have? Does he have kitchens or anything in the commercial rentals downstairs?
He has a diner next door that he owns. This is on the same lot. That has gas cooking, but it has heat pump for heat, electric heat pumps for heat.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But you know what? He's got
I
an
was
electric
just
hot water
thinking.
heater for the dishwasher too, so that adds up too.
Yeah, I was just thinking if it was possible for you to move into one of the storefronts and set it up like a little apartment.
I don't
It
know
might be
about
easier
that.
for you
I
getting in
mean,
and
he would
out.
have to get in contact with the Planning and Zoning Commission to get an easement. I don't think he's going to do that. But
Because that would be so
there
much easier for you to get
there
in
is,
and out.
like I said, 5 home place he bought. They get gas, cooking gas, heat, gas, hot water downstairs and on the ground floor apartments there. I think originally he was going to take out the gas out, but he said screw it when he saw that conveniently enough the tenant has to pay for the heat anyway. And so what's the point of doing that? So changed his mind and said left the gas in there.
Does he have the apartment across the hall fixed up yet, ready to rent?
He has they rented out the apartments over there in 5 home place. They rented out the whole quadrangle's rented out. Our building.
What about the one across from?
108
What
Main
about the one
Street is
across the
rented
hall?
out, and 5 home places rented out.
Did he fix up the one
The
across the
apartments
hall?
in our building right now, apartment 10, they're still painting. Apartment 6, I don't know what story with 6 is. I know they did get a notice to quit, so I don't know what's going to happen with that.
Is that a good environment for you? Number 6, is that downstairs?
That's upstairs. It's the same floor as me. That's the bleach
Oh.
lady. That's the bleach lady's apartment with the bleach man.
I just thought it might be nice for you to move into a nice fresh apartment. Even if it was $100 more a month, I would tell you
Well,
that I would
originally
give
he
you the
offered
100 a month.
me apartment 7 and 5 home place, and at the time he was going to charge me $1,000 a month. And this is when I just got back from my knee injury, and I explained to him nicely. I said, Jimmy, I don't have that kind of money for rent. I
Yeah.
said, look, because I was at Patty's house for 3 months. I said I had to work on the back payments. I said $900 a month I'm paying right now to pay back what I owe you is the best I can do. And if I had to go for $1,000 a month and pay for my own heat on top of that, when I was only getting at the time
Now
about
is the
$1,300, would not have been.
how much is he asking, Michelle? How much is he asking for the apartment across the street that he just did over?
He wanted $1,000 a month because it's a 2-bedroom apartment. He said he would normally charge $900 because I own back money. He was going to charge me $1,000, and I said to him this. I said I would pause. I would take it, but I can't afford it.
Yeah, it's too bad you can't move into a nice fresh apartment
Who is?
across the hall.
We got some new people. Who is V16, Tiger Kitty? Tiger Kitty says, I am sick of people saying I pay you so I can tell you what to do. Tiger Kitty, that I never said that you pay me so you can tell me what to do. I trust your advice. That doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what V16 said. What did V16 say? Okay. Kind of different. Craig loves speech to text. I'm sick of people. This is what Tiger Kitty says. I'm sick of people saying I pay you so I can tell you what to do. You don't pay me to tell me what to do.
No, I just offered to make up the difference of $100 a month if you would be more
Jimmy is
comfortable there.
lucky to have me. Yeah, I agree. Boom, just like that. She says, so call, learn some manners. Oh, that's really none of your damned business, whoever you are. Okay, that's none of your damn business. All right, so,
Is it raining over there, Michelle? It's pouring over here.
it's pouring over here. Okay, well, right now it's still raining here too. I don't know about pouring, but it definitely looks like it's raining over here too.
Yep. Yeah, can you hear it on the awning?
So one of the things is that I had plans to buy the recent mount bracket so I could mount another computer monitor next to the new camera so I can actually look over here this way to see the questions, And when I'm doing that, the good news is what happens is, so I can have the questions on the side of when I'm playing American Truck Simulator, for example, and then I could go ahead and I can flip over here and I can see the questions in the chat, and then I can flip back to my game. So that way you can see my face at the same time when I'm reading your questions. And that's what I was going to do. But the stand's like $40. Just to mount it to this pole. And I got a 17-inch cute little monitor that'd be fine for that application. But, like I said, right now, I got bigger bills to pay right now. Besides worrying about buying a Visa mount stand for a camera. So, trying to figure out why. Yeah. So it started right here. Yeah, also, okay. That's a great idea. Well, that was the whole idea. Was so that when I'm playing the game, I can have the whole screen just for the game, and not have to do multiple layers, and I could just have the chat over here on this side, and then I could still have the screen just focusing for the game. So that way I don't have to worry about people saying is, "Can you see our questions?" I would have less of an excuse, and I could say, "Oh, if we overlook on the side there, there's your questions. Okay, blah blah blah."
Yeah, Tiger Kitty said it's starting to rain.
Yeah, but it's rain we needed though.
Oh, absolutely. We need it here too.
We
My
were
motorhome is
really,
getting washed.
was really slowly. The East Coast has started into a drought condition too.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't realize.
So far we've been okay.
Yeah. Well, we're down to 2 viewers right now, so Craig, I think it's time for us to get ready to punch out.
Okay. Are you going to be on today at all? During the day?
I want to. After I get the Instacart order in, I'm going to try to get something else in for today. Maybe some games or something. I haven't figured that out yet.
Maybe you want to play truck driving.
I will be. I was one of the games I was going to probably fire up this afternoon.
Yeah, I like that. I like watching you drive.
Yeah.
That's cool.
By the way, you ever see the movie? Do you ever see the old movie? Did you ever see the old movie Convoy? That's kind of how I kind of got interested in trucks when I was a little kid. From watching the movie Convoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Chris Christopher. And that was pretty
on
cool.
The motorhome?
Yeah. Yeah, I see.
Wow, it's starting to blow.
All right, Craig, I'm going to get ready to head out. So I'll talk to you probably a little later on and we'll get some gameplay in if I can.
Okay, Tiger City, take care. I love you.
Okay.
Everybody be
See
well.
you soon. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And that was Craig Sr. So. And let's see what's the nearest comment says. It says bye-bye. See you guys later. Alright, so let's do that. Let's give this thing a wrap. Like Elmer Fudd would say, that's a whap. That's a whap. That sounds interesting when he would say that. That's a whap. Alright, but either way, I'll see you later today. I'm going to try to get some gaming in. I gotta get the Discord order done, so I'll get that done first. So for now, stay out of trouble and I'll see you later. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. This is like a 16-inch grinder. Hope you're hungry because you're going to be eating a lot of it. No. I don't need them. Why would I want to have to put money
Well, I know you don't need it. Well, because you might want to pay for it.
These are the real deal, baby. These are real.
But you wouldn't want to see Rosie. I mean, they're massive.
I know. I know. But then again, you also see, like, other people that got those things. What happens is after you get to be a certain age, everything's sex. And of course, we have the tools of trade, the fame, the calendar, the clapper. Let's call the spirits back real quick. Don't pick one. Number 6. Fight.
how we take care of those pests.
Ow! Oh, that's gonna hurt. And thank you very much for watching. Stay out of trouble, guys. I will see you tomorrow morning, normal time. Yep. Okay.